But how about we just dive right into the first topic of today? That is going to be, which I didn't think we're talking about today. I woke up to this news. The Polaroid Leak. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. It's a Polaroid Go. It looks like a much smaller version of the Now, which I have right here. But if you look at it, Target leaked it over there, and apparently this is going to be $100, and that's kind of frustrating because the Polaroid Now is $100, you know. So there you go. Oh, and I see some comments coming on Facebook. Cool, it's working. I am a live streaming schmo today, David. I know I'm supposed to be the pro, and I'm failing. I think it's just because while I was out of town, there was a update to my software, and because I noticed that there was an update right when I was starting this live stream, and there's no way for it to have time to update it, and I think that's what's happening. So I'll fix that once the stream's over. So there you go, but I can't get it fixed. So your comments, I can't push them up on screen like I normally do. See, that's where they would be. Brian, this is the last one that commented from a couple weeks ago, so I can't push comments. It's so annoying. But anyway, back to this. So Polaroid Now, this is what we know. And right before I was going live, I happened to see a couple more leaked footage, pictures of it, so I didn't get to make a graphic for them or not. But it looks like this is going to be a much smaller, compact version, maybe in lines with the Instax camera. And yeah, because they're making a smaller film, which has its pros and cons to that. And they are doing, I don't know the exact dimensions yet because it is still rumored and leaked type of thing situation. It has not been officially announced by Polaroid, which it's probably coming soon since this has been exposed. It looks, no pun intended. So it looks like we are going to be getting maybe a direct competition to the Instax mini line, but Polaroid. And film is coming in a 2-pack for $20, and so it looks like you're getting 16 pictures for $20. So that's pretty exciting, considering some things. It still looks like it might be a square picture, so it might be the in line more closely with the Instax square line, but still, unknown on that front. So I'm excited. I will probably be picking it up, at least just to try out, do a review, check it out, see if it's worth for you guys to know about. But I think it's going to be an interesting little introduction to people getting started in this world, because the more people involved in this, the more things we're just going to get. And so if you are an avid Polaroid shooter or an avid instant photographer, I guess that's a word, instant photographer, then the more people that do it, that helps the hobby, it helps the craft. So having something in the lines where people can get more affordable, the camera's $100, however the film is going to be where the major cost is at. And the downside to shooting on Polaroid is it's very expensive. I mean, you get 8 pictures for nearly $20. That's a very expensive hobby to do, especially if you're just doing it on the side. 16 pictures for the same price? Now that's a little more intriguing to some folks, and I bet they can get more people in on it. So this is very exciting news for people in this craft, because I'm still holding out hope that they're going to be putting out an SLR camera at some point. I'll take a plastic lens SLR at this, I don't even care, but an SLR new camera that shoots I-type would be amazing. Just way forward thinking on a lot of levels, so hopefully that happens. What's up? I can't push your comments, I'm so sorry. I cannot say your name, man, I'm so sorry, but hopefully they won't hit with a lawsuit if they get too much like Instax. That's funny. Do you know the lawsuit thing with Polaroid and Kodak? But there's also Kodak rumors that came out today too, but we'll get into that maybe in a later day. It's still straight up 100% rumors, we don't know. But I doubt they'll be getting hit with lawsuits, especially in the modern days, because at this point, it doesn't think it'll happen unless they're just straight up ripping them off like size to size. That's also how Fuji got away with it. And if you know that story, part of it was like they were just their own formats, their own ratios, so that was also part of it. So they're not going to be doing exactly the same thing. So that is also something to keep in mind. But we'll see what happens. I just think it's a really good thing, good move on their part, that to do something a little smaller and more cost efficient to get more people shooting it, because Fuji's Instax line has blown up. I mean, everyone knows that. Everyone's shooting. I mean, I just went to someone's house the other day and they had a camera laying around just shooting it. They're not, it's not even a hobby, it's just they like to shoot that every now and then. And so the more people that do that, the more the more like just products that these companies can be putting out, which means good for people that are really into it. Because, you know, I'm still holding out that they're going to put out a really nice high-end camera at some point. Will it happen? Probably not, because it would be a very niche area. However, those niche people are the reason the company even exists still today. So I think we should cater to those people, you know, a little bit. Just a little bit. Give them a little something for keeping it alive, you know? So there you go. What's up, Julie? Hello. Oh, thank you. I don't know if I'm keeping this shirt or this design. That's why I haven't really announced it. But I decided to wear it today. There you go. Because I'll address it. I guess I'll go over right now. There's a lot of YouTubers out there that are doing instant photography, and there's one doing it really, really well, and that is Ben over from on In an Instant. Awesome guy. I designed some logos and some other things for that are coming down the line. That you guys will see eventually, and one of them, this one, I designed, and then someone pointed out to me it looks oddly similar to his. Now it's not exactly, it's just kind of, and so I don't want to step on anyone's toes, so I'm probably going to retweak it. But I'd already ordered some sample products from a company to see the quality, and so this is one of the designs that I just threw on there to test the quality, and it's super high-end, nice. Super nice, but I don't know if I'm going to be keeping this. We'll see, as far as like for the public. But thank you so much. I appreciate your feedback. Over on Facebook. What's up, Pav? Oh my God, this is true. Then I can't wait. Oh, it's totally true. I mean, think about it. Target put this up on their site. So it's true. The funny thing too is this time last year, Target did the same thing with this camera, with the Polaroid now, and so it's true. It is coming. It is happening. And there's pictures of the branding for the film, for the like the double packs are coming in, just like how Instax does it. There's pictures of that. There's even another picture I found right before I went live of showing a shot of the film coming out of the camera, and so we can kind of get a size thing. It looks like it might be closer to the Instax square line. It makes sense, just because of Polaroid's always known for their square format, so it makes sense to shrink it down a little bit. That'd be cool. What's up, Caesar? What's going on, man? Thank you, appreciate it. Gotta invest in one. You should invest in one. They're super fun, super fun. If you want to stick around, I'll be going into the dock trip coming up in just a short minute. I want to talk about this hot news that just came out, that, at least to my knowledge, today. I think it was leaked a few days ago, but it was still kind of hush-hush DL stuff, and just made it around. So I found out of it, and I want to share with you guys this news. What do you think of this? Do you shoot instant film? Does this matter to you? Is this something that gets you into it? Get you out of it? I don't know. Because I have talked to some people that don't like that more people are getting into their hobby, and I just think that's ridiculous. I think the more people that come into this hobby, it's just going to help, you know, create more products, things that we're going to like, get creative with our creativity. So I think it's a big step forward, very big step forward in this world. But yeah, I woke up this morning to this news and I was like, I'm already going live today. I'm doing a show, so I should probably at least talk about this in the mix of going over what I was really supposed to do the show about today, which is talking about my filming trip that I just got back from for a documentary, and I shot tons of photos. I was just going to show off some of them with you guys. So that's what we're doing today, and I'm really freaking bummed I can't push comments up on screen right now. I'm going to check to see if it just decided to fix itself real quick. Nope. Wait, let me refresh. Nope. It's frustrating. I'll just have to go in and update my software. I was gone for over a week, so I guess this is a good segue on from the camera that I will probably most definitely at least be picking up. I'll probably be picking it up for sure, and at least putting out a video for you guys. But yeah, let's let's just move on, shall we? Let's get this out of the way. We don't need this here right now, at least at the moment. But I don't have a place for it. There we go. So yeah, I just got back from a week-long documentary film trip. What happened to the comments? There we go. Gotta go old school. It's frustrating. Okay, so yeah, I just got back from a week-long film trip down to San Diego, California. I drove from Portland, Oregon. I'm in Vancouver, but it's easier to say Portland. Portland, Oregon, down to California. And it was a lot of fun, and I shot just a ton of photos. You can see how many I shot. Full box. Just like, oof, that many. And then here's some wide, just stacks of photos. Because I've got some cool projects that I'm utilizing these for that I'll be sharing. I've already shared some of it with you already, but I thought about sharing some more, shall we? But anyway, I shot a lot of photos, but that was mostly on the side. The main goal of the project that I've been working on for the past couple of years now, that's only just now finally starting to take flight, I guess, if you want to call it, that is a documentary on people's collecting habits. Finding out why people collect stuff and things. And the documentary is called The Collector's Mind. And I just want to get inside the minds of collectors and see what makes them tick. Find out why they collect. Find that underlining, connecting, weave of, that's the, what I'm saying. So find out why people collect is the goal of it. And I've shot the first leg of it, and I got some more plans here in the future for it, or more trips coming up in the very near future. And so what we were able to do is we met a lot of pop culture, like toy and action figure collectors, and then one person that was a vintage camera collector, as well as plaid collector. I guess that I didn't know about that, but it's like old camping gear, but just straight up plaid, like patterns, whole bunch of it. She is a photographer herself, and then they also, she's married. They own a BMW motorcycle custom shop. They make custom motorcycles, and I got some photos of those that I'll share with you guys in just a minute. It was a very long, well, it wasn't really long. It was just go. It felt like a long time. It was only a week but just driving that far it's tiring. And it wears you down, and plus having to film in between everything, definitely it was very exhausting, but it was very rewarding, really fun. Met a lot of people. I know if Caesar's still in here, met him, hung out with him and his friends. That was really awesome. Got to go do, actually, on the sides, a couple other fun things. Like, we went to Carlsbad, California as well, which is, San Diego. And Legoland was there, but they're closed. And I was with two friends of mine, and we were going to do a fun skit, like from Vacation, where he shows up to the park and it's closed. So we were going to do that, but it turns out they're actually somewhat open. It's just the park wasn't open, but their stores were open. So we didn't actually do that. What else did we get to do? Went to Universal and did the river walk. That's in San Antonio. Did the city walk. That was pretty fun. But not a lot of like fun, like sightseeing stuff. It was mostly just straight filming this project, which was really, really cool. I really can't wait to share some of these stories with you guys. There's been some good ones. And there's been, what is the other one? Ooh, should I say that one? I think I'll save that one. Never mind. There's some stuff I'm just purposely not telling you guys, so you're surprised when the time comes. Because I don't know exactly when the project is going to officially come out. It could be a year or two from now, most realistically, because there's a few key aspects of the project that I want to cover, and I haven't found those aspects yet. Still searching. Once I find those ones, then I'll be able to start kind of come up with an official release day, which I think is gonna be probably in a year or two, realistically. Caesar says it was awesome meeting you and the crew. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see more pics. Yeah, it was really, really fun. We did a podcast as well. I sent all that over, by the way, so you guys have access to that. Man, I wish I could pronounce your name, man. Curie. Sorry if I totally butchered that. Is it going to be on this channel? Great question that I don't know the answer to. I'm trying to film it a way more high-end production that possibly can. It'll probably be here, or at least some aspect of it, or I might try and get it on like Amazon or something. I've never done anything on that scale before. Worst case, it'll be here. But I am releasing a lot of behind the scenes and creating of the project. That'll be right now for the members section, and then I'll probably release like one or two things publicly here as well throughout the time of creating the project. But so far it's been awesome. If you guys are following on Facebook, and I released some over here on the community side, so that's over there for you guys. It's public, you can check it out on the community tab. But there was a guy that I met a couple weeks ago, before I left for the filming project. He collects collections, but also he collects bats and like sticks and stuff, so he can carve penises into them. It's just wacky, and he was a really cool guy, but he has an interesting hobby, and so I thought that was pretty interesting. So that's definitely going to be in the project, and so you guys have that to look forward to. Caesar says, even if you don't get to use all of the footage for the documentary, I'd like to see the interviews and locations as a mini episodes. Yes, so I never like to make stuff and then just never release it. So if it doesn't ever end up in an actual what it was intended for, because in film, like you make a movie, things get cut out. That's AKA deleted scenes. I will still release those somewhere, either on the main channel or just as members bonus videos or whatnot. So it will still be released and still see it. What I've been doing for people over on Patreon or here on Face or YouTube members is like uncut stuff. Whoa, what the heck was that? So like uncut, like interviews, like full length stuff. So there was an interview with Jason Germany from the Jose documentary I did last year, like in October. So his full length conversation is available, and man, that was a tough conversation to edit down, like crazy. Oh, and fun fact, if you did see that project, Jose's son reached out to me a couple days ago, and we did a call yesterday, 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I did a interview with Jose's son, and that's all been recorded, and so I'll be working that up and releasing that at some point, or it might actually be a part of the documentary too. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. I have so much content to sift through. It's insane. Plus a full-time job editing people's content. So I have got some work to do this month and next month and going forward. I am going to be super busy. What's up, Claire? What's going on, Claire? How you doing? I can't push comments. It's broken. How's it going? And what's up, ME? Hey, are you gonna review the mini link or wait, link? Mini link? Mini link? What's the mini link? But probably. I'm not sure what that means. Let me know. But probably, I have a list of reviews that I need to do. Next week it's right here. Next week, I'm doing the full review of the Telelens. So this guy right here. So this will be coming out next week. The Polaroid Tele. It's actually pretty good. I used it on the trip. I have liked it so far. Yeah, so that'll be coming out next week, but I have a lot of other like product videos that I need to put out or review. I've got Polaroid Now. I've teased that for a bunch of time, like a while. I haven't had a chance to do this one. I also have the One Step Plus. I'm kind of waiting to see if they release another version of that one and then do a comparison, but I don't think that's coming now since they're putting out the Go out of left field. So that'll be coming soon. And then what else do I have? I have the Polaroid Lab as well. I have a fun way to utilize that I think you guys would like. And I also have a video plan coming. I have a wall of videos over there. I have a whiteboard just full of videos. I'm so busy. Plus a podcast I'm going to start doing. I mean, it's insane. But I have a, what's it called? Some ideas on utilizing the waste that Polaroid film, like the boxes and stuff, like utilize it to reuse. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to be releasing that soon. Caesar says, could you repeat the name of the camera on Target's website? Yeah, so it's not out yet, Caesar. It's a leaked camera. It's coming out soon. It's a cheap option. Well, not cheaper. It's their entry level to a cheaper version of this, and it's called the Polaroid Go. It's $100, and it's still rumored, but basically it's going to be. If you don't know what that is, but there's another company called Fujifilm that makes the Instax, which you've probably actually seen that one. They produce, I actually have one handy. They produce images like this size, small pictures. They're getting into that game, so this stuff's cheaper. And so the way it looks is you're going to get 16 pictures for $20 in comparison to a full-size Polaroid. Which you get 8 of these for anywhere from $16 to $20, depending on which one you grab. Yeah. So, and I think they're still doing a square version of this on this one. It's still rumored, but Polaroid Now is what you can go right now and pick up off the shelf. And then there's one more. There's 2 we can buy right now. This one and then the Polaroid One Step Plus. That one's like $150, but you can do some more things. I would suggest if you're getting into it, get a Let me back up. If you're just getting into like instant film, you have 2 options really: a Polaroid or a Fujifilm camera, which I don't have one handy. Fuji might be your best option just for cost. So the ones I was shooting with you, Caesar, this size, this is Fuji. This is the less expensive option for you. Personal preferences, though. Yeah. So back to the film project. The film project is going well, and I have some people I'm in talks with some people in Ohio. That looks like where I'm going to be going next. And going to interview somebody that collects cast iron frying pans. I know. I knew that people like those to use them, but there's people that just straight up collect them. So you walk into someone's house, and they just have pans hanging up around their whole house. Like every inch of the wall. Pans. Like, that's interesting. So I'm pretty excited to meet those people. Claire says, is there any Polaroid cam that is at the same level as a Lomo Instant Wide? As level, you mean as in what? Frame size? Like this? Yeah, like frame? Because technically they're the same if you turn on that side. Fun fact for you. My lights are not in the right position. They're kind of dark. I'll have to fix that later. Or price range. Let me know what you are. Let me know what you mean by that. What is up, Jesse? How's it going? But I typically tell people if you're just getting started in instant photography to go with the Fuji line. You can't go wrong. I mean, you have options. So I don't have a square handy, do I? I don't. But you have the mini, and then in the middle there's a square, which is just like a little bit bigger than a mini, and then you have your wide, and they're all relatively the same price. These, you get a 2-pack of these for $18, $19 off Amazon. These are a little bit cheaper. You can get 20 of these for $15 maybe at Walmart, and then the square ones, they're gonna run you about $18, $20 from like Amazon and Best Buy as well. Oh, frame size, Claire says. No, Polaroid has only had this frame size. Let me get it one that's not so dark so you can actually see it. Oh, this one's cool. Again, I'm gonna be showing off some frames right now. Actually, let's just do it right now. Show you off some photos I took on the trip. So, yeah, Polaroid has only ever had in the recent years this size, and then they had Spectra, but that's been discontinued for the last couple years now, and it was slightly wider. Not much, but slightly wider than Polaroid, but you can't get that anymore. They discontinued it. And that's it. That's the only option you got. Fuji, you've got 3 options. You have the wide, and then a mini, and a square, which I don't have one handy at the moment, but it's just slightly bigger than this one. Like, comes out a little bit more into square format. But I tell people to go to Fuji if you're just starting. See if you like instant photography. It's cheaper. The quality, you can't go wrong. Like, I mean, you take a picture, you're gonna get something regardless. So this was the truck from that motorcycle shop. This is actually an award-winning bike that they have. This is her. This is her. Actually, they're all right here. Wow. So this is their company, Boxer Metal. And she is a photographer, collects vintage cameras and whatnot. But yeah, I typically tell people to go to Fuji because it's simple, it's easy. You don't have to really worry about how to store it, because with Polaroid, you have to store it properly. It can go bad faster. You can't keep it in your car on a hot day. I mean, you typically wouldn't want to do that with Fuji, but if you did, it wouldn't be the end of the world. It's just a much easier thing to use than Polaroids. So there you go. Hey, cheers from Finland. I shoot with Polaroid Impulse AF. Nice. I don't have that camera. I've been meaning to get one. I've had a chance to buy it a couple times, but their prices have always been up and down. They think they have the one that's worth a lot of money, and it never is. Like that blue one. I do want that blue one. And yes, I am a beginner. Oh, Claire, awesome. Welcome to the community. That's amazing. I would go with a Fuji, just straight up, and then work your way up if you want to. The benefits of Polaroid is there's 50 years or so worth of cameras to choose from. There's a lot of cameras, and you have the option of getting an SLR camera. And if you don't know what that is, it's a single lens reflex, which means you can actually look through the glass, so you can see your frame. On typical Polaroid cameras, you don't. Like the ones you probably are used to, you look through a viewfinder off to the side, the lens is here. So you kind of have to compensate a little bit, and you don't know exactly what you're getting, which can be part of the charm of Polaroid. And also these are glass lenses, so they are super sharp. So all of these, like this was, all these Polaroids were taken with this camera I just showed you. So they're just crispy, they're sharp, and just really nice looking, you know. What else do I have? Oof, that's the Mike Myers house. Stopped by there on the way home. That was cool. How many instant cameras do I have? Says ME. Ooh, that's a good question. I think I have probably, let's see, I've got this one, the the SLR 680. I have an SX70, and I have another SX70 sonar, and then an SX70X Alpha. I love that one. So that's 4 folding ones. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe 13, 12 or 13, maybe 14, 13 or 14 instant cameras. Yeah, I have a problem. And 2 of them I've never used, technically. Actually, there's like 3 of them 4 of them I've technically never used. Instant Charlie, what's up? Speaking of the leak info, have you heard the rumor that Kodak is looking into making pack film? Yes, I have heard the rumor. But mostly I've heard the rumor of it's not happening. I really hope it's happening, because I don't have anything handy, and it didn't get to this in this one. But I've never shot pack film ever. I've wanted to, and I picked up a camera and I picked up some film for a really good deal, actually. And I was planning on utilizing it on this dock trip that I just got back from, and I didn't get to. I just never got a chance to. I was very sad, but I'm going to be making a video on it soon, and I was figuring it was going to be the last time ever that I get to do it. You know, because honestly, I'm not going to spend the money to buy all this expired film. You know, just not gonna. This is gonna be like a one-time thing, just to be like, oh, I did it. I really hope Kodak brings it back, because that would just be very exciting. So if people in here don't know what we're talking about, there's a rumor that Kodak is bringing back pack film or peel apart film, is it's mostly known as. And back in the day, before Polaroids, as you know them, they were a little different. They were kind of like this size, maybe a little more, yeah, a little more square maybe. And you took the picture and then you pulled it out of the camera manually. Then you waited about a minute or so, 90 seconds, and then you waited, and then you could peel off the back, and then you have a really nice, professional looking picture. I've never done it. Yeah, this is probably when they came out with this maybe in the 60s. Yeah. No, it was a little earlier than that. I want to say it was like in the 50s. And then 60s when they really got it. And then in the 70s, this style of Polaroid started coming out. And a lot of people think it's from the 80s. But it's not. It's from the 70s, the stuff. That's why it's called the SX70. What's the name of the SLR? This right here is the beast, I call it. The beast. This is probably the most sought after SLR Polaroid camera. It's the SLR 680. They don't come up for sale often. You can go on eBay and you may find one, maybe. It might just be broken or for parts. They don't come up too often. And I got lucky enough to find one not too long ago at an estate sale. These retail, well, they sell for, they range low for like maybe like a really junky one, kind of like this one. This one has issues. For $300, and then a good, nice, perfect, like mint condition one run you. I've seen them as high as $900. So they're not cheap at all. And I picked this up for $20. Yeah, I have the price tag still on there to prove it. I'm very excited. It's nice. The reason it's sought after is because of several things. It shoots natively 600 film. So 600 film is an ISO of 640. And then SX70, which is known for the folding type SLR glass lens cameras, they shoot an ISO of 160. And there's a huge difference there. You can shoot this. It's basically a faster film, which you probably, or if you're here, you may understand what that means. And so it's a big deal. And it shoots this natively right out of here. So you don't have to use ND filters on your packs to shoot them in the other cameras. If you've been doing that and you know what that means. But it also has autofocus. That's what this whole gold ring is right there. It has sonar autofocus. And it has a built-in flash. So you don't have to put any like attachments onto it. It's a big deal. Like, it's a nice camera. This one is got issues. It has a paper clip holding together the viewfinder. And it's beat up. I've traveled with it for the past 6 months or so, so it's really dinged up. I need to get some new leather, but I don't know, something about having that original price tag on there I couldn't bring myself to take it off. But I need some love. Definitely needs some love. Wow, that's a lot. Yes, I'm assuming you're talking about all my cameras. Yeah. Rico, what's up, man? I've been considering the Mint Instacon RF70 full manual for Instax. Yeah, that's really expensive, and it's not even an SLR, so keep that in mind. It's still a rangefinder camera. It is a glass lens, but you're paying what, $900 for that camera? That's a really hard justification, at least for me. I would love to try it. Like, oh my gosh, just to run a pack of, a film through it, that would be amazing, just to give it at least a shot once. But I can't justify that. I mean, I can nearly buy another cinema camera, because you can buy a Blackmagic cinema camera now for like $1,300, $1,200 now. Actually, I think they come down like $100. I could buy a used one for about maybe even less than that camera is. So it's like, it's really hard to justify spending that much money on an instant photography camera. I would like to mess around with it though. That'd be really cool. Yeah, hopefully pack film won't die. I really do. I mean, there's one company still making it, and I'm just gonna say it. It sucks. I'm sorry. I said it. It sucks. I appreciate the initiative. I applaud them, but the people over at One Instant are converting the 20 by 60. I can't remember, film, cutting it down and making single pack, one shot peel apart film. And it sucks. I'm just going to say it. It does lend a unique look, but you're not guaranteed a shot. Like, I've seen people buy it. It's like $35 for one picture, and they've taken their shot, and there's like nothing there. They get it, it's like pull it, and it's junk. This is a waste. That's not cool. I appreciate them trying to keep it alive. I want to get on board with it. I want to support them because maybe it'll get better, but they don't really have any plans to create their own stuff. They're converting something that's already out there and expired, as far as I know, and cutting it down, converting it into something smaller. So their longevity as a company is short. So there's really only a couple chances of pack film coming back, and that would be like these bigger companies, Kodak, Fuji, or Polaroid, to bring it back. But they don't have the machines anymore. They either junked them or converted them into something else. They have to spend millions of dollars on creating new machines for a niche market. I just don't know if it's going to come back. It's just my opinion. Kodak, though, who knows what they're going to do? They're always curveball people. So I hope it happens. I just have a doubt that it's not going to happen. It's just how I feel. But I wish it does, because I want to shoot that. I really do. I think if I'd probably exclusively shoot that. Probably if that was, if it was relatively available for fairly inexpensive. Meaning, like a pack of films, like $15-20. I'd pay that all day long. Instant Charlie says, I hope Kodak brings it back. I mean, I do too. Hell, since they can't cash in on the Polaroid Fuji game, why not shake it up? They know if they're going to buy stuff for the truckload. For sure. The only reason I think Kodak is even still in existence is because of J.J. Abrams, what's his name? Ugh. Oh man, I'm blanking his name. But anyway, there's like 3 directors in Hollywood that have basically signed contracts saying that they will forever use their 120 film. Was it 120 film? Well, 120 millimeter, not 120 medium format, but 120 millimeter film for their movies. Or is it 75 millimeters? Doesn't matter. Either one of those, they've exclusively said that they're going to use them for every movie they work on with Kodak. So that's pretty much probably why they're still around. And plus their medium format 120 film and 35 millimeter film, like Spectras and stuff. Not Spectra, Portra film. So that's probably the only thing keeping them afloat. So I don't know their lawsuit too well. I don't know if I wonder if they signed something that said they cannot ever enter or re-enter the game of Integra film. I wonder if they had to do that, because I don't know why they haven't tried it again, but not to the extent of what they did last time. It'd be pretty interesting. I wish my comments would push on screen. It makes it so much easier to see. Bummer. That's sad. Okay. But at least I can still see your comments. It's just not coming in real time. There's gonna be a lag. So if you're watching, I think YouTube's the only one that's really working the best. Yeah. So back to some photos. Let's take a look. So I showed you the Baxter guys. Those people were amazing people. They're so fun, really cool, and just so welcoming. Those people that had the bike shop. But I got a stack of photos here. Let's see what we got. So I'm working on a pop culture Americana book. So I've been going to like toy stores and like comic book stores around the country, because I do travel a bunch for work, and I've been compiling just images of Americana pop culture stuff and taking photos with it with instant film. And I just think, and then I'm going to put it into a book. I think this is going to be super fun. And also, I've been trying to find all the old Toys R Us's that are still left and take pictures of those, because those are a big part of that. But sometimes when I go to these places, the conditions aren't the best for photos, so I just kind of have to compromise. Like the sun is literally right here, shooting into the lens. I had to take it a few times to try and get something, and it still was crap. So unfortunately, those didn't work out. But I went to so many of these places. These are all going to be part of that book that I'm working on. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. This book, I don't even know when it'll come out. This one came out really, really cool. I was first bummed that it didn't spread all the way, but I actually kind of like it, how it turned out. And then hey, it's Caesar. I was using the 1 Step Plus for this. I've just had such a hard time shooting with that camera and getting things exposed right. Like pretty much 90% of the photos I've been getting out of this camera have been coming out like this. Just straight up dark as hell. Like this was also shot there. It's one of my dogs. This one was probably the best one that I've gotten out of it ever, which is unfortunate. and I was using the Mandalorian ones. Yeah, I mainly had the Mandalorian pack in because he collects Star Wars toys, so I was like, oh, that'd be cool to shoot with. And that. Yeah, so Legoland was open, like I had said. We were surprised, so I was going to include that in the book as well. And if you don't know if you guys ever watched this, the Lego Masters show, but they had some of the mocks, or they're called My Own Creation if you're in the Lego world, up on display, which is cool. And then what else did I do? Oh, so I'm from, like I said before, basically Portland, Oregon. And so Voodoo Donuts is big here, because that's where the first one was. And at Universal, they have a Voodoo Donuts there. So I'd been there before. This was the second time. But those came out pretty good. I thought this was fun. I mean, it's the most Californian thing you could probably do, right? Go to In-N-Out. We went to In-N-Out a bunch. There's actually one not too far from me now, about an hour south of me in Kaiser, Oregon. But I use colored frames, and man, look how perfect. I think that's a perfect shot. This was actually on the Hollywood Strip in California. We ended up staying on Sunset Boulevard, so it was near this one. So that was fun. How do you cover the flash on an Instax Mini? Either just with my hands or tape, electrical tape, gaff tape. If you guys have not seen the video I did a couple years ago now on the Instax Mini 9, I use diffusion, literally just wax paper, and put it over the top of it, and it drastically improves the flash on skin tones, drastically. So pro tip for you, if you guys are using flash with your, honestly, any of your cameras. I haven't tested it, but I could only imagine it'd be working on Polaroid cameras too. But I know it works for sure on the Instax Mini because I've done it. So test it out. You're welcome. You'll thank me later. Just kidding. Gaffer tape is the easiest way, says Instant Charlie. Yes, absolutely. I totally agree. And don't skimp on gaff tape. I did for the longest time. Just buy the cheap stuff. And then one day I got to use some real branded gaff tape. I'm never going back. Seriously. Major difference. Yeah, there's a huge price difference, but man, you use far less of it. It works 10 times better. Pro tip there too for you. Don't skimp on your gaff tape. Just put that on a t-shirt. Yes, you are welcome. Oh, you are welcome. What else do we got in here? Oh, yes. Friend Phil, yeah, he bought a Lego set and he was very excited. He's been looking for it forever. He was literally, I turn around, I was sitting in a chair, turn around, he's just sitting there like this, just like rubbing it down. It's pretty funny. What's up, Knob Top? I just sent you a text. Some more photos of the Polaroid Go. Oh, seriously? You sent me a text? Mr. Knop? As you can see, I decided to wear the shirt. I was talking about that. My comments aren't working. I'm so bummed. I have to go old school and look at my phone for comments. But let's see what he has to say. Yes, thank you so much for sending these to me. I appreciate it because I saw these photos in somebody else's video right before I was going live today and I could not input them. So I had this to show, but I have not had the opportunity to show off the rest. So I'm going to show this one. So these photos courtesy of Dave Knopp from the Knopp Top YouTube channel. Guys, go check him out. Thank you so much. Check this out. So this is, ooh, yeah. So they're kind of, ooh, can't expose it, right? Can I? Let me turn down the brightness. There we go. So that's what it's gonna look like. And they look like a wider version maybe of the Instax Mini, but not by much. Just a little bit. Just enough to get around the copyright. And it looks like, yeah. So it's gonna fit a little more in the pocket. It looks like it might be stubbier, a little shorter. Yeah, I think it looks cool, and I think I'm gonna grab it too when it comes out. But we'll see. Even though I phased out my minis, I don't buy this stuff anymore. But I think I'm going to have to at least pick this up and do a review on it because, you know, I like Polaroid. I like the Polaroids. All right, now I got to go back to the comments. Okay. I have really janky set up right now. There we go. I don't know why modern cameras don't have flash buttons. I know! The lomography stuff does on most of their things. You can turn it on and off. And I've been teasing this for so long. This camera right here, the Fuji, the ones I shot these on, the Fuji Instax Wide 200, I think handles the flash situation really well in the regards of it has auto flash, but it doesn't always fire, meaning it's constantly not just fire like on all the other ones. It only fires when it thinks it needs to, which is cool. Or you can have a button to turn it on to have it on always. But then again, I don't know why they just had a little extra button on the thing to say just don't turn on. But it's still better than nothing. But on everything else, it just doesn't seem to work out. I don't know why they don't have control over flash. Do you think it's going to be a printer or film? Do you think it's going to be a printer or film? Oh, that was one of the things I was originally considering, if it was going to be a Polaroid Mint situation where you look through it, you take a picture, and then it prints it out. But it has nothing to really do with so. Let me explain. Polaroid camera lens back here, where see how it's angled. There's a mirror right here. So the light's coming in, bouncing off of that and onto a film, and then it shoots out. That's how Polaroid works. Now, on a camera like this, it's digital. So when you look through the viewfinder, there's basically a little web camera, and you take the picture, it saves the picture, and then just prints out the photo. So there's no like light transfer or anything like that. It's like a combination of retro and modern versus this is like, it's more authentic. So I was wondering if they were going that route with the Go, but I don't think so. I don't think they're going to do that. I think it will be, you know, this situation. Pretty sure. I could be wrong. Could be very much wrong. Laughs in Lomo glass. What do you mean? What do you mean? Let me know what that means. When you get to try the Instaflex 70, you might phase mini format back in. Oh, the TLR camera? Yeah, I know. I just put it away, but I don't think so. I don't think I will. It's still plastic. Still plastic lens on that guy. Super expensive, but I don't think it'll bring me back in. Now, if it's shot square, I definitely would be into that. I have some square. I still have the Lomo, but I'm having issues with it. It stopped working for some reason, and I think it might be a bit dead battery, maybe, but I can't get it to work. So I gotta get back to that and see what's going on. But I don't think so. I don't think it'll bring me back into shooting minis. It's just, I don't know, man. This much picture, when you can shoot this, you know, or even the wide, it's no brainer. It's just no brainer. For me, at least. The Go is kind of puts in the mind of Spectra. Yes, I would say so. Low profile and the flash lens viewfinder very level with each other. Yeah, I guess they are, huh? Yeah, they are level with each other. So you could definitely take it vertically and it would... Oh, that's interesting. I didn't think about that. Because it's not... The way it's laid out... You know, so if you look like this, they are really close together and in the same plane. So if you were to take it like this and take the picture, you could actually utilize your viewfinder horizontally, and it would almost be the same, almost the same perspective through, so you could kind of get exactly what you're shooting. Once you turn it on its side, then you kind of offset a little bit, if that makes sense. But on that camera, they're where's that picture Dave sent me? I need to check that out again. So when you look at this, for its, look at the size and look at the lens, but look how much vertical shot you get. I guess I'm just brainstorming in my own head, I guess. Interesting. Very interesting. I'll have to do some more digging on that. But there was a tech spec right here. Not much. So there's a tech spec. It says the dimensions. It's going to be 2.6 inches by 4.45 inches in height. And then in width, it's 4.45 as well. So it's a kind of a square box. And then it weighs 0.75 pounds. Built-in flash. And it says operating modes. It just has one. It's called action. So, I don't know. It still looks kind of neat. I'm very, very curious in seeing how that's going to work out. What's up, Brian? They do have all... Wait, I got to get back to live. If you're just joining in, I don't have comments up. I can't push them on screen, so I'm having to go old school. So I'm seeing things in delay. They do have all of the molds already, so I assume that they would go keep that. Wish they made more. Yeah, that would be really cool. I don't know. I'm the whole concept of them doing this, the Go, for me, it's out of left field. You know, it's like, it's not a step back, because in the beginning I was saying how like this is a good thing, and I still stand by that statement. It's a great thing for our community to go through and just have it, because more people can get into it for a lower cost, or at least an overall cost in the end. Meaning, you know, with the cost of film, because the film is going to be cheaper, or you get more for it for the same amount, so therefore it's cheaper. But the fact that it's almost like an Instax Mini is out of left field, I would say, because they're not really adding anything into the market. There was already a market there, I guess. But then again, I guess they're just trying to compete. It's a business, I get that. I just think that you should try something new. This isn't really new. But again, I'm still just butthurt. They're not putting out a freaking SLR camera. Or a glass camera. A glass lens. But I digress. Yeah, going back to some photos from the trip. So, what else we got in here? So these photos will be shown off in the video coming out next week on the telephoto lens, because these were taken with that lens. And I have critiques as to why, just reasons I'll get into in the video. But those were fun. Those were cool. Those were our fake band photos that we were doing. If you guys saw that, you know what I'm talking about. That one came out super good. I thought this came out super good. We stayed in San Diego, and this was like an Airbnb, and this was the alley to our Airbnb. We arrived at like 11 o'clock at night or something like that, and we could not find our Airbnb. We searched forever, and the GPS kept taking us somewhere different, and we got lucky enough to find this. But it was down this like really dark, creepy alley. And this is where it was at. Whoop, wrong button. Really creepy. There it is. I haven't streamed in a while. I'm behind. What else do we got? Oh, we celebrated our 95th birthday while we were on the road. And that means it was just the three of ours. We have a birthday week. Well, Phil's birthday is on the 25th of January. My friend Jordan's, sorry buddy, it's like the 23rd, 24th, something like that. And then mine's February 7th, so it's this Sunday. So we have birthdays pretty close together. So Phil was like, hey, let's get a birthday cake for all of our birthdays. So it's our 95th birthday this year. So that was funny. So we ate cake in a really cold, windy, whatchamacallit, like a park bench picnic table in San Francisco. That's where that was taken. And there's video of that's coming soon. That'll be releasing. Wait, all the new cameras from Polaroid have plastic lenses? Yes. They have not put out a single glass lens that I'm aware of, that I know of, probably since the 90s on their SLR 690. So I have the 680 over there, and their 690, I believe, was the last one they ever put a glass lens in. Or did that one have plastic? I'm saying 90s was the last time they ever put a glass lens in a camera. Yeah. because I don't think they're Spectra head glass either. So, fun fact. And then just some, oh yeah, I went to a couple in and outs, of course. You know, you gotta do that when you're down in California. Even though the first time I think I ever had in and out was technically in Texas. No, it was California. Yep, it was California. Now I think about it. And then, yeah, went to Universal. The walk, not the actual place. It was near part of our shooting. Oh, any Corridor Digital fans out there? There you go. Look at that. I almost got to work there. Or work for him. It's this close. Well, I don't know how close I was. I think I was actually in the running for a bit, just based off of how much they watched. How much they watched? How many times? That's more accurate. They viewed my application video. It was a lot, actually. So I'm assuming the guy almost made it. Yeah, and then of course, you know, I'm eating some Voodoo Donuts. And this was at a random bathroom on the way home. This like Coca-Cola advertisement sign above a bathroom. I just thought it was cool and retro. And that's, you know, pretty much it for the Polaroids. And then I already showed you some of these. These Boxer Metal guys were really cool. This is like, I guess, an award-winning bike. They won tons of awards for that. They were even asked to be on Jay Leno's show. They turned them down. I thought it was funny because they said they said yes to me, but they turned down Jay Leno. It has nothing to do with that. It was just like they didn't want to travel to Los Angeles. So, yeah. What is this all over my... Ooh, okay. So yeah, Mike Meyer House did not come out very good. It's pretty dark. Both of them came out kind of dark. Chinese Theater, that was cool. Oh yeah, Corridor Digital. Look at that. If you know, you know. And then, yeah, so I got more of like these. This one didn't come out because it was really late in the day. But I'm doing that photo book on pop culture stuff. And then I take pictures of the people that I interview. So this is the guy I interviewed. He was a awesome, very awesome, genuine guy. If Caesar's still in here, he introduced me to him. Super, super cool guy. He collected toys and pop culture stuff, but he kind of was a museum. And I'm actually doing a virtual walkthrough of his place. I took basically like a Google Street View. That'll be coming soon. I did on him, but he doesn't care about like the value of his stuff. He'll sell it to you for what he paid for, or even less, just to help the community. Really nice guy. So that was neat. This is just some of his stuff. This is another person we interviewed. I take everyone's picture with instant film. I just think it's a neat little touch. Plus, I'm actually making a book about the project, and so those are going to be in there. So these are some of the other stores. There's Caesar, if he's still in here. That's Caesar. We met up with him while we were down there in San Diego. And oh yeah, I got Toys R Us. Like I said, I'm trying to go to all the Toys R Us's. I think it's going to be a very important aspect of the book. And then, proof that, not proof, but we made Jordan sleep on the floor. Long story. But there's us eating our 95th birthday cake. And yeah, that's about it. Here's some more guys we interviewed. Did a podcast with them. So that'll be coming soon if you guys want to check that out. I talk about the project. I'll leave a link to it once it's live. Once they post it, we'll let you guys know. But that's pretty much it on those photos. Yeah. So what do you guys think? What have you been shooting lately? Let me know. What camera would you guys want to see be released? Either from Polaroid or Fuji or Kodak or whatever. I honestly would love to see Kodak try and put out another Integra film. I think it'd be cool. If you guys don't know what that even means, they tried back in the day and they got sued hardcore by Polaroid, and they didn't care. They just continued to put it out until they couldn't. And I had one of the cameras over there somewhere, but they had to stop, and they had to pay like a lot of money, millions of dollars. I can't remember how much it was, but it was a lot. I think they're probably still paying it off. James White is a down-to-earth guy. Yeah, what's up, James? James Clancy. It says James White is a down-to-earth guy. Yes, he is. He's a total cool guy. Like, that guy was awesome. Hung out with him for quite a while. Wait, what happened there? I swear it just clicks. Rika says, well, I'm waiting on that instant wide 200 video. I know, you and a lot of other people. I've teased that video probably more than anything. I've had that camera for over a year plus, just rocking it. Like, love that camera. It's so good. I've traveled everywhere with that thing. I need to do that video soon. It's an old camera anyway. I think I paid like 20 bucks for it on eBay, and I still go back to it. I've used a couple different wide cameras. I did the Lomo wide video. They sent me that camera. That was actually a really good camera. I feel bad because I kind of like really knocked it. I was talking, at least it came across as I was like kind of talking crap about that camera. I really like it. I don't have any handy, do I? No, they're over there. It has a very cool, unique look, but it has some quirks that, if you're not into that sort of thing, that's where I was kind of getting around into it. But it's your preference. But I keep going back to the Fuji Wide 200. It's great. I think it's their first one too. Brian says, I use the Lomo Auto with mini film all the time. Okay, yeah. But I also use the Fuji cameras. I want a camera with more control but less costly than the Min stuff. I'm with you. But I don't know how much I've put into like instant film and whatnot. Like I kind of contradicts what I said earlier. Like forking out that much cash for the RF70 camera. It's like $900. I've been tempted to do the what's it called? The SLR 70 or something like that. The Polaroid conversion one. You can send your camera into and have it like tweaked into a manual camera. Really been tempted to do it. And I think they also convert the SX70 into a 600 if I remember right. But it's like really expensive, like $500-$600, maybe more. But I've been really tempted. I will say I have been tempted to do it. Instant Charlie says, I could be wrong, but I think they were sued for the white border instant film. I think pack film may be a fair game. Interesting. But I can't remember all the details, but I think they also were ripping off the white border. Yes, the size. They were like a little wider. I think they were like Spectra, if I remember right. I never actually saw them in person, just based on what people have said. I have the camera and I've been tinkering with it, and there's a way, like people have converted them into using Instax film inside of it. And the one I bought came with an empty cartridge, so I thought about doing it, but I just haven't had time. But I think they were also sued over the fact that they're using very similar formula, like almost straight up copy their formula, but I don't know all the details. My favorite and most used camera right now is a Lomo Instant Square Glass. Yeah, I use that thing to death until it died. I don't know. I mean, it won't take a picture. So the batteries should be fine. But I was shooting one day and ran out of film, pulled out a new film pack, slapped that baby in, and that's it. It won't do anything. Which is a bummer. I do like that camera. I really do. But once you start, like in my world, it's different than yours because I test a lot of cameras and use a lot of cameras. I'm buying a lot of different films. I want to start phasing out certain ones just to save money on the channel, like Instax Mini. Me personally, don't shoot them anymore because one, I don't like the size, and the only reason why I would be shooting them going forward would be to do a review on a camera. And I just don't know if I want to keep spending money on cameras I don't use. I do it for you, which is fine. But maybe that's why I haven't done some of these reviews, because I'm like, I gotta go spend all this money on whatever, you know? Because it is expensive to run a YouTube channel that involves, you know, buying the newest and latest cameras or whatever, especially instant film, because you not only have to buy the camera, you have to buy film, and you might make like $2 on the actual video after ads, and that's generously, you know, because I think I make like 50 cents most on the video. So it can be tough. That's why you see creators pop up like, hey, go check out Patreon, be a member, support the channel, because that's where the money gets spent. It's not like I'm sitting at home collecting all this money from you guys and like buying a sports car. No, man, it goes right back into the channel to buy stuff for you guys to watch. That's what happens. I hate when a camera dies. I know, right? I don't know if it's dead yet. It quit working right when I was getting ready to leave for the trip, so I haven't had a lot of time to fully troubleshoot. I am gonna pick up some brand new batteries because those use those CR2 batteries, but they should be fine. I haven't used it that much on the current batteries in there. I am on the second Lomo wide because my original one dies. Oof. But feel its features are worth buying another one. Yeah, I do. So if you guys saw the video when that came out, this is part of my Halloween special actually, which was a lot of fun. Oh, that series was fun. If you guys haven't seen that series, there's a link in the description. No, it's not. Don't go there. There's on the homepage of YouTube. There's a playlist. There's four episodes. So much fun. But in that video, I kind of talk mad trash without realizing it. But I like that camera. It just has, one I had a vignetting problem, I would say. Every shot I had shot with it had this huge vignette. And now I'm not opposed to that. I like it in some cases, but I don't like it in everything. So that was a problem. The lens cap had major issues for me. And turning it on and off, it could be, you have to remember to do that. And on the Fuji camera, when I turn it on, the lens comes out. So you can't put it away until it's close. So you just know you got to turn it off. On the Lomo, it doesn't. It just, you turn it on and it's on and it's a fixed lens. So at least for me, I tended to keep it on by accident and waste shots. I wasted easily this many shots. Easily with that camera. Yeah. Several packs. Just on that camera's wasted shot. Forgetting to take the lens cap off, accidentally taking a picture because the button's super sensitive on that camera. And what else? I guess those are the major two issues. But I did like it. It did lend a very unique look. Definitely lended a unique look. Yeah. What was happening? There you go. So, yeah, that's it. As far as any updates is going on, I'm sorry the technical issues at the beginning of the stream. I am frustrated. So when this ends, I'm going to go and rectify it and fix it. But yeah, that was a little bit about the dock trip. It was really fun. Jordan and Phil went with me, and so we might be playing another one soon. I don't know those details yet, but I think I might do another small round of fundraising for that. And nothing, you guys, don't worry, you don't have to participate if you don't want to. Very much appreciative if you do. But we probably going to try and push the Blu-rays for our old show again. Because travel costs, man, they're expensive. And that's where all the funding is going towards right now, is just like getting us to the places that we need to go. There's places I want to go in Ohio, Virginia? Yeah, no, not Virginia. Vermont. New as a V. Up in Vermont. So that's going to be coming. Brian says, are you going to look forward to the wide back for the Graphics? Okay. Yeah. I need to get one. I need to get a 4x5 camera, and it's a sore subject for me because I was holding one in my hand like 6 months ago or so, maybe a little bit longer. I'm like, this would be cool, but I can't use it. I know no way to use it, so I put it back, and it was only like $60. $60. And then I put it back, and I'm on the press notification list for Lomo, because they sponsored a video of mine just by sending me some product. I'm not paid by them in any way, but they sent me the Lomo Wide to use, not to keep. And so I'm on the list. So when they have new products come up, they send it to me, typically ahead of the public, so we could have a chance to test that stuff. And so the back came out, and 4x5 cameras, and I was losing my mind because I literally was holding one in my hands like a few days prior or so. And but anyway, long story short, yes, I do want to try that, and I've been seeing some of the results from that. It looks so good. It looks amazing, and now I've got to get my hands on another 4x5 camera. I just would love to do that, and I'm glad it's on a worthy size of film. You know, it'd be cool. I wonder if Lomo will ever do a Polaroid film camera, or if they legally can. That's an interesting thought. I'd buy one of those. Lomo, what are you doing? Make a Polaroid square camera. That'd be cool. Because I think that would even look really neat too, as far as the back for a 4x5 camera. Even though I think the format for this is actually probably the best. But personal thoughts. What's up, man? Gerardo. I butcher names. I'm so sorry. I do. Almost all of Lomo's stuff has been sold out since last year. It's true. Which makes you wonder what's coming next. Maybe they're thinning stuff out to bring in new stuff. Lomo, the modern Berkeley Keystone Wizard. I know, right? They did, I don't know if you guys saw this, but they're releasing a new a lens for film cameras. They're doing a Kickstarter for that. I guess that got funded with like less than a day. It's actually kind of a unique looking lens, but it's not instant, film related. I got that email. I could probably get one to test, but I don't think I have a... No, yeah, I think I do have a film camera. I have a 35mm camera that lens would work. It's like a super wide angle lens. It actually looks really good. But I hope they expand their instant film more. I think, or cameras and whatnot. I don't understand why a camera... Is there like patent laws or something out there that stops them from doing this? But why can't somebody make an SLR camera? Is it that difficult to make? Or what? I mean, I don't understand that. I don't know why no one can do it. There hasn't been an SLR camera since the 90s. I don't get it. I was a huge fan of Polaroid 4x5, especially the Type 55, that gave you a film negative as well as an instant. Yeah. See, I missed out on all of that stuff in life. When I was in high school, I graduated high school in 2008. I know. See, it's like, oh, that's a long time ago, but you guys are like, come on, son. That is not that long ago. So I graduated in 2008, and in 2006, though, I wanted to do a photography class. They had one, but I couldn't because I just didn't work out. But I was able to do video class, and I was trying to sneak in. Because the video class is right next to the photography class, so I was like always trying to sneak in and do both at the same time. But the teachers were like, "Get out of here." But I never got to do film ever. Actually, my first time ever shooting film was last year, ever. I mean, maybe when I was a kid, I picked up my parents and shot something of theirs, or like I'd done the disposable cameras before, but I had never like actually took it seriously before shooting film, and it's really fun. I really enjoyed it. I'm probably not gonna be able to do as much as I want to, because one, they keep discontinuing film. The latest is the Fuji 400, which is the one I use. I was just about to buy some more when that happened. I'm like, oh, I better go buy it right now. I shot the rest of it, and I went to go. I have one left. I have one roll left, and I went to go buy it, but the price is already like gouged. It's like $100 a box. It's ridiculous. But they keep discontinuing it, and the prices keep going up, and I just don't know if I'm going to continue to shoot film. I love it though. I love it so much. I still have a bunch of it left. I haven't shot yet, but I don't have too many film cameras. I've got a couple TLR cameras and a Nikkormat 35mm camera, but I do want to get 4x5. That's for sure, just to shoot the instant back. Brian, LOL, I graduated high school in '76. I know. I get it. I understand. I'm a baby. My birthday is on Sunday. I'm 31 years old. So, I get it. But, where was I? Film cameras. Yeah, I just haven't been able to really fully get into it other than instant film. And shooting on film, like when shooting medium format, it's very therapeutic. I love it. Same with my Nikkormat. Just that reloading, you go, just it feels so good. I just love that tactile feel, just tangible. It's real. It's not non-digital. But it's so expensive, and I'm already spending a fortune on Polaroid films. It's like, because you buy a pack of film, have it developed. If you send it in, not do it yourself. I don't have a darkroom, so I have to send it in. Man, it's expensive. It's like, how much was it? I sent in 2 rolls of film. Yeah, 2 rolls of film to the darkroom. Yeah, darkroom.com. And I had just developed and scanned, and it was like $60, $70 plus the cost of film. That was like $8, $9 a roll. So I'm well over like $100 after shipping and everything, just for 2 rolls for 24 pictures. Woo! I can't keep that up. I just can't. I mean, I'll do it once in a while, but there's no way I could just do that on a regular basis. Now, I could try to develop myself, and I do want to at least try that once. But I don't shoot black and white, and black and white's the easiest to do, and I shoot color. It can be done. I wanted to get that box that it has that crank inside. I mean, what's it called? Who makes that? It's like $200, and it's just this like developer box. You put everything in, and it makes things a lot easier. But I wanted to at least try that once, but again, cost just keeps going up. I actually started with peel apart film before I moved to 35, 120, and 4x5. I still love instant more than real film. I do too. I mean, I guess I haven't shot that much film, but I just love being able to take the picture and then you have it. You know, it's like, there it is. Here, like, just there it is, you know? And also the cool thing is, the cool aspect of shooting film is like this photo was there. I mean, I traveled to that place, took that picture, and it came out of my camera, and I held it right there at the spot, and I traveled home with me, and I put it in, you know, it's like, this was there. Stood there and looked at it. I think it's me. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I think I'm insane. I'm just insane. What's up, Not Tap? The true magic of film photos was the one conversation that happened when you shared with someone that gets lost once it's uploaded in the interwebs. Yes. Yeah. In the book I'm releasing, I have one coming out soon, I talk about that. Let me grab it. I've teased this before, and this is the paperback version, or the soft cover, so I can bring the cost down a little bit. But there is a section in here somewhere. Just a quick blurbs. Easy reading book, nothing major, you know, easy reads. But I talk about that, and the fact that when you take pictures on your phone, you upload to Facebook, and then that's it. You're never going to see it again until like a year later when Facebook goes, your memories, here's your memories. And you're like, oh, I'll remember that. I'll see that again next year. Cool. I mean, that's great, I guess. Or you just take all these photos, like, where's my phone? Oh, it's right there. Duh. I've got like 6,000 photos on my phone. Just there they are. No one's seen them. I just don't look at them. I can't bring myself to delete them. I have a problem with that. And they just sit there. It's a graveyard. It's just a mass graveyard for photos. When you take a photo with a Polaroid or Fuji or whatever, and you spits out an image, you know, it's like this. You take this with your phone. It's not cool. It's a stupid picture. It's not like there's anything special about it, but something having it tangible in your hands, feeling it, and like it was there with you. It just makes it better. You know, you're not going to throw it away. So it's pretty cool. That's one aspect I like about it. Brian says, instant films more like an original reality of photography, one original like a daguerreotype. Yeah, I totally agree. And going back to what you originally said, how you started, you shot with peel apart. I didn't even know about peel apart. I didn't even know it existed, and until last year, to be honest. And when I found out about it, I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. And so I just started diving in, right? Researching the cameras, the best ones for it, learning about the medium, what to do, how to store it, you know, how long do you have to, you know, how long do you have to keep it in the fridge, take it out, how fast can I shoot it, just all these crazy things. I spent like probably 6 hours watching YouTube videos learning about it. And then the last video I found was saying, you know, how expensive it is and it's been discontinued. I was like, no, so heartbroken. So heartbroken, because I was shooting regular Polaroid film and I was hating it. It was garbage. Like, you should see some of these photos, they're buried somewhere. They're trash. To find out it was my camera. My camera had some issues and it was exposing wrong, and I just thought it was the film, and it was just trash. I'm like, I'm wasting money. Why do people even want to buy this? This is garbage. Like, why are people still buying this film? And now it's like pretty much the only thing I shoot most of the time. And so I was in this time like trying to find something better. And so I was like, I want to do peel apart film, but I can't. I'm never gonna pay $80, $90 for a pack of film that cost, you know, you get 10 pictures. Just not gonna happen. Sorry, I'm not gonna do it. And I was able to find later a pack of film for $15 off at Facebook. I don't know if it works. And so, and then later I did spend $50. I did spend $50 on one pack of film, but I got 2 packs. I spent $100 on 2 packs of film. And that's it. I'm not going to spend any more unless I can get a good deal. Or if Kodak actually does bring back the peel apart. But I still have yet to shoot it. Partly because a camera I bought, which is how I met that guy that carves penises into baseball bats. Yeah, I bought that from him. Same with that Kodak camera, the instant film camera that I got sued for making. I bought that from him too. But I bought a camera from him. I didn't know, he didn't know if it worked. He never used it. I didn't know if it worked. And so I had to learn how to test cameras, and I'm like, I think it worked. But I couldn't find a battery. It had one in it. It was really old, and I think it was working. It was hard to tell. So I did the conversion, and I think I fried something while doing the conversion, so to where you can use AA's. Yeah, AAA batteries. And I think I fried it. I don't know. I shot a video about it and never released it because pretty sure I fried it. So I was like at a loss. This is right before I was supposed to leave for the film trip back in November, before it got canceled because we went into extra major lockdowns again then. And so I was at this like, oh man, what do I do? I have this film. I need a camera that works. Well, I posted it on Facebook, and a friend of mine referred me to another guy that makes custom 4x5 cameras. So Brian, if you're in 4x5 cameras, you might know him. It's 20th Century Film Crew. His name's Jeff. And so he turns out he's local to me. We met up. He sold me a Polaroid 250. Yeah, 250. He put a new battery in, tested it works, and he even kind of like walked me through everything. And so I have a camera that works. And so I have 3 packs of film ready to go, but I haven't shot it, partly because I'm scared, I think. Not really because I'm scared. I just haven't found the right, like the right time to shoot, because I'm only going to be able to do 3 packs ever. I'm sorry, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to spend that much money more on it. I wish I could, but it's just not gonna. It's just too expensive. But I'm afraid that not afraid. Let me back up. I just haven't found like the right time to shoot it. So I thought about shooting it on the film trip I went on, and I brought it with me, but I didn't shoot it. That was a lot of information in a short amount of time. Brian says, I was drunk a few weeks ago and bought a bunch of new peel apart film. Are you talking about the one instant stuff or just the Fuji expired FP100? But so this guy Jeff, I've been trying to see about going out and checking out his shop, because he makes his own custom 4x5 cameras, the 3D print stuff and whatnot. He even makes kits, I think, to make your own. And I want to do a video out at his place. I need to reach out to him one more time, because I think it'd just be really interesting and just help his business grow more. He was a really cool guy. I don't know if he does YouTube. I think he's on Etsy. I think that's pretty much where he does most of his business. He's on Etsy. But yeah, I know I've teased his book a few times. It is coming soon. I'm still waiting on my ghostwriter, I guess if you want to call it, to help me finish it up. The words. I'm a terrible speller. I'm not a great speller. But there's some fun stuff in here. Talk about like things that inspired me, fun story, just like random stories of random things sometimes. Like Like, where is it? Story about Tony Hawk, about my brother. It's pretty good. I thought it's kind of fun. What else is in here? I talk about film and my pictures, and there's like the first film camera that I shot with. Instant film, of course, the cameras I use. Hey, technically, who was it? Who said that? Where are you? Rico? I think his name was. Oh, yes, One Instant. Yeah, I know. I talk shit about them. Just saying. I mean that. I mean, let me clear this up. I think what they're doing is amazing. I think we've had this conversation before, Brian. They're doing an awesome job of trying to bring that back. What they're doing, I applaud them. It's just the results are just not great. You know, for what you pay for not a guarantee of anything, it's kind of a bummer. And that's the part that sucks. And that's the part that when I'm saying I'm talking trash or whatever, I'm not actually talking trash about them. I think they're doing an amazing job and at utilizing what they have to continue something. It's beautiful. Love it. I hope they continue to do it. Now, as a consumer, that's the part where I'm like, it's a lot of money for something that's not a guarantee. That's where I have a problem with it. But I think Rico was asking about my review of this camera. This is the camera I love and shoot all my wide stuff on. That I keep coming back to. I technically did the review right there. So there you go. Fun facts about Portland. I'm not from Portland. I'm about 10 minutes from there. I'm on the Washington side. But it's easier to say that instead of saying I'm from Vancouver. And you're like, oh, you're Canadian. I'm like, no, I'm from Washington. And you're like, oh, DC. I'm like, no. From Portland, Oregon. Oh, yeah, I know where that's at. Come on, son. Or they think Seattle. So it's easier to say Portland. What else do I got up in here? There's some cool things. Oh, talk about my documentary. Yeah, that's in here. The Jose doc, the one that sparked the one I'm doing right now. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, some cool stuff. Cool stuff. It's interactive too. So there's QR codes throughout. You just scan them, and you can watch videos. It's nifty, huh? What else is in here? I don't want to show too much because I haven't officially launched like announcement of this yet. It's only in live streams for you guys. So thank you so much for watching and learning and checking out. Oh, I talk about my business that I own, so retail shop. The full story is in here, most of it, up until I sell it. That's all up in here. What's one last thing I can show you? It's pretty cool. Oh, my business that hasn't launched because of COVID, but it's coming soon. Creative back. It's coming. That's me. That's me. Yeah. Anyway, that's coming soon. I'm just waiting for the final, what am I looking for? What am I trying to say? I haven't saw a ghostwriter. I'm having someone go through it and like check the spelling and stuff. And I ordered some like test books and stuff. And plus, it gives them time to create. If I want to create a promo, I have a book to reference. Even though I have like some spelling issues in here, it's not great. Anyway, me says I want that book. Oh, thanks. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. Hopefully next month. We'll see. I was hoping to have it released like as a birthday present to myself, but for you. But it's not going to happen. Rico says, do you ever use the macro lens adapter on the Y200? Fun fact, when I bought it, it didn't have it. But when I bought my SLR 680, there was a guy selling a Fuji 210 and some film and other stuff, and it had two lenses with it. And I asked the guy, I was like, can I buy just the lens? And he's like, yeah, you just have it. Like, cool. So I got it for free, and I lost it. So it's somewhere in my studio. So to answer your question, no, I have not actually used it. No. And I think that's partly why I haven't done the video yet, because I wanted to show all of the like steps with it, like show the accessories. I never had all of it. I think it even says 210 on the lens, and my camera is the 200. It's the same camera. I don't know why they just kept changing the name of it. I don't know. But there you go. What else? What else? What else? I think that's it. I think that's it. What else do I got coming up this week? Well, next week you can look forward to this video, I hope. I probably should really... No, I got a lot of work coming up to do, but I've got some of this shot already, but I'm going to be releasing the in-depth review of the telephoto lens for the vintage Polaroid cameras, the folding ones. Got some dust all over it. It's a pretty cool lens. I've been enjoying it. I need to shoot some more photos for demonstration. Some gunk all over my table here. But that's coming next week. So the flow or the structure that I'm trying to do for the channel is have a video every week, but separate it out between a live video. So a pre-recorded video was last week, and then this week it's a live video. So next week, pre-recorded, and then the following week, a live stream. What do you guys think? Do you like that idea? Or would you rather see like something different? Maybe do a weekly show. I don't know. But since, you know, you find people are here, the loyal viewers watching, thank you so much. I'm going to tease something for you. I have, for the last like 2, 3, maybe even years, I've been wanting to do a podcast, video podcast as well as audio, but definitely want to do a video podcast. I just think those are a little bit more engaging at times, you know, when you can see the people's reactions and stuff, because I want to have guests on and stuff. I just felt like that's what I want to do. And I want to make this year the goal to finally do the podcast. Because there's a lot of cool things I want to talk about on this cast. Fun stuff I think you guys will really like. There'll be film related stuff. There'll be businessy related stuff. There'll be interviews with content creators talking about what they do. You know, maybe I want to get some more, you know, film related interviews with people. I think that'd be really fun, as well as like just filmmaking in general. It's always been a hobby of mine, and talk about that stuff, as well as like past stories or situations that I've been in, because I have some good ones. I've been a part of 2, not 1, but 2, because like scandals, if you want to call it that. Yeah, 2 scandals that I thought would be fun to talk about. Either via podcast or video, which technically I am doing one of those scandals. I'm doing a miniature documentary probably later this year on, but I want to do a podcast about it too, to go more in depth. And there'll probably be a mixture of live streaming it as well as pre-recording it. So it's still being determined. I got a lot on my plate though, so that's probably why I haven't done it, because this is another thing I'm adding. I'm one person here doing all the work, you know, editing, shooting, doing all that stuff, and I have a day job, which is also editing and shooting. So I have to, you know, delegate my time. So yeah, that's a little teaser. And then of course I got books coming out. This one will be coming out soon, hopefully next month. And because this is my 2020 book, it even says it on it, 2020. So I want to release a book a year, and I've already been working on another one that will come out later in the year, maybe next year. We'll see. Maybe I'll do 2 this year, and then the third one, and then another one next year. I don't know, but I've got a lot of things in cooking right now. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up. So you guys, thank you so much for joining in. This was great. It was fun. Sorry for the technical issues. I really liked being able to push the comments, reading them up on screen. This is an old one, Brian. It just happened to be you. That was there before. But I have to go update my software and get that back working, because I was out of town and apparently there was an update while I was gone. I try to keep up on that stuff. I wish it had an auto update feature, but it doesn't. It's great software. It really is. I use vMix to stream. It's a great software, but it has issues sometimes. So yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna wrap it up. I gotta get back to work. Got some fun things. Hopefully you guys have got some cool projects yourself coming up, and if you are doing something awesome, share it with me. Tag me in it somewhere. Instagram is always great. Over there, I think I even have thingy. I don't have a thingy. I have a Patreon thingy. If you guys want to join that over there. I don't have an Instagram one. I need to get one of those. I don't, but there is a link in the description for the Instagram. It's just _ another Chris. Tag me in that. I want to see some of the stuff you're working on. Maybe I'll feature it. Maybe I'll start doing a feature. That'd be cool. What if I end my live streams with features of your guys' work? Ooh, I like that. Send it on over, people, please. That'd be fun. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day or evening, or wherever you're at. I don't know. It's 4:40 p.m. on the Pacific Coast, so wherever you're at. So you guys, thanks so much. Get out there, make some art. Bye.